Namaskar. Welcome to Ancient Wisdom. One of the questions that was asked after yesterday's episode was why Utrasur Vadha or Utrasur Daman is celebrated as Naga Panchami. Yes, Utrasur take different appearances. But then why Naga Panchami? Because only one of his appearances would be that of a snake or looking like a snake. So what is so special that Utrasur we are enjoying celebrating as Naga Panchami. The other two, Kaliya Mardan, can be understood to this day. Interestingly, out of these three, the Utrasur Daman is from Satya Yuga, so is the oldest one. Also, there is serious problem with translation and mistranslation in terms of Sanskrit, because Sanskrit is a complex, complicated language which is concept conversion language also, and as a result of which many words are used in many meanings. They are also used in many forms, and as a result of which, referring to the context, referring to the atmosphere, meaning is extremely important, and that has to be done in a very proper fashion. Otherwise, this kind of misunderstanding or mistranslation occurs. Each word has multiple meanings in Sanskrit. Not only that, many words are used, or many nouns are used as adjectives, and many adjectives are used as nouns. Like Madhav can be a noun and Madhav can be an adjective. Or Keshav can be a noun and Keshav can be an adjective. And what is being used and why it is being used is to be understood before it is translated or interpreted. We'll see some examples to understand this concept. For example, a person is saying Saindhava, Saindhava. What are you likely to do? If that person is sitting for lunch or dinner and says Saindhava, Saindhava, then you are going to give him salt, which is Saindhav salt. He is asking for salt, simple. But if he is all ready to go out, stands in the door of the house and says Saindhava, Saindhava, he is asking for his driver or he is asking for his car. In earlier days, he would have asked for his horse, because the word is same, the context is different. In the same way, somebody says Sarpa, Sarpa, everybody should be alarmed that there is some snake around, or where is the snake? That is what everybody would. But he could very well be saying Sarpa, Sarpa to his taxi driver, meaning go quickly, I am in a hurry. Because Sarpa also means going quickly. In fact, the name Sarpa is given because it goes very quickly. And this doesn't become apparent if the translation is done word to word. Like everywhere where Naga comes, we understand snake. And that is wrong. Why it is wrong, I will tell you in a minute. But before that, we will see the example of King Rantideva from Mahabharata, which had confused me for quite some time. There is a mention of King Rantideva who has got special blessings because every day he kills 2000 cows and distributes the meat. Quite confused about this, but in fact the translation was flawless. Till somebody pointed me to a verse which comes about 4 or 5 verses before. This verse says, the first one says that every day King Rantideva used to give meat and rice to people killing 2000 cows. But the verse 4 verses before this, it says if somebody happens to come to his home after the kitchen is closed at night, he would give him 21,000 cows. Now just consider somebody who has come from a long distance has arrived at your place at night after your kitchen is closed. You give him 21,000 cows, what is going to do with it? Doesn't make sense. So the meaning of that cow word itself is wrong. It must be meaning something else. And what does it mean? We'll see it in another episode, but definitely we can see it here that whatever the meaning, it is not the same meaning as cow, and the meaning has to be different. In the same way, the word naga has three meanings, and also the word naga is also an adjective. The three meanings of naga: one is big or bigger, second is original, and third is not movable by others because it being big. Even the elephant which Indra rides, the Airavata, is called as a naga because it is huge elephant. It is so big that it is not movable, but that is why it is called as a naga. So naga also means pramukha. In this sense, Shesha, Ananta, Vasuki, Takshaka, Karkotaka, Kaliya, these are all Pramukha Sarpa. That is why they are called as Naga Sarpa, meaning the big Sarpa or Pramukh Sarpa. This over a period of time has been shortened to Naga. And then not only we replaced it with Naga, not only we replaced adjective to a noun, we also started calling it complete synonym with Sarpa. So everything that comes with Naga is Sarpa. And that is why Naga Panchami becomes only the festival of Sarpa Puja or coexistence with Sarpas. That is the misunderstanding. It is coexistence with the universe. It is the festival of celebrating fertility of earth, and in that meaning it is called to be the original Panchami, the big Panchami. That is why Naga Panchami. Another parallel example of this is the Naga Sadhus or Naga Sadhus whom we see at the time of Kumbh Mela. They are coming from all the way from Himachal or Himalaya. The ones who are competing for the first chance to take a dip in the Ganga for Shahi Snan. This is something that we see on TV, if not personally. And these Nagas or Naga Sadhus, Nagas is a Apabhramsha, they are Naga Sadhus. Naga Sadhus don't have anything to do with Naga as such. But here, Naga means the original Sadhus. And then, original means the oldest Sadhus. So, who is the oldest? That is decided, and the one who are oldest Sadhus, they are allowed to take the dip first in the Shahi Snan on the Muhurat of Kumbh Mela. We will close with a very nice shloka which encapsulates what we are talking today, and it also illustrates the way translation can be completely misleading. And the shloka is, by the way, Kavi Dandi was very great exponent of this art, and this is something that I have taken from Subhash Mahesh. The shloka runs, Hate Hanumata Ramaha Sita Harsha Hate Hanumata Ramaha Sita Harshamupagata Rudanti Rakshasa Sarve Ha Ramo Hatohata. Word to word translation or proper grammatical translation is this, and be attentive. The translation is, Hanuman hit Rama, which made Sita very happy, and all Rakshasas started crying, oh, Rama is dead, Rama is dead. Proper grammatical translation. But anybody who has even read about Ramayana would understand that there is something wrong here. This just cannot be. Hanuman, the biggest devotee of Rama, how can he even think of hitting Rama? Or Sita, who is so devoted a wife, how can she be happy at the defeat of her husband? And Rakshasas, who are the enemies of Rama, how can they be crying at his demise? Just not possible, something is wrong. Yes, why is something wrong? Because here we are using Rama as a noun, whereas actually it is being used as an adjective. To play, it means God. Now substitute this meaning into the original shloka and again